origins of PACN really happened with one of the recent migrations of Filipinos into the United States. So once the 1965 Immigration Act happened, there was a large influx of Filipinos who came to the United States. And those Filipinos, raised their children here, and those children ended up going to college. And that's where you started to see PCNs on the rise, because Filipinos, in higher education felt that they didn't have the resources they need or the representation that they need. So they created their own. And it started in Berkeley, and then it a year later started at UCLA. So it's very much originated around social justice movements.
The tinikling is a traditional Philippine folk dance which originated during the Spanish colonial era. The dance originated in Leyte, an island in the Visayas of the central Philippines. It imitates the movement of the tickling birds as they walk between grass stems, run over tree branches, or dodge bamboo traps set by rice farmers.
For someone who has never heard about Filipino culture nights, what would you say is a big part of it? Is it just acting? Do you have traditional dances? What exactly happens?
Yeah, so the general theme for PACN, or the general structure, is that there is one script that extends throughout the entire show, and cultural dances will be scattered among the script. So it's definitely a mix of both traditional dances, traditional Filipino dances, and often contemporary Filipino-American aspects of life and culture within the script.
The Sapatia is a dance originating from Pampanga. It is a folk dance performed by farmers during the planting season as an offering for a good and abundant harvest.
So has Filipino culture nights become a big part of your life, or as your identity as a Filipino American?
Yes, definitely. A lot of the times we didn't really know what it meant to be Filipino American until we did PACN, because, all culture came down at first was always Filipino food, and then we have big families, and that was pretty much all it meant to me, being Filipino. But once I got involved with the script portion and the dances, I really got to see the dynamic identity that Filipinos have, our roots in activism, and the resilience within Filipino Americans became a really important part to me after I participated in PACN.
Will people who do not really know about Filipino culture understand the culture more after going to this event? Will they understand Filipino culture more after going to this event?
I think a little bit more. Again, I do believe that PACNs are the gateway to exploring more, not necessarily the end-all be-all. The script part emphasizes the problems that Filipino Americans face today in terms of their identity or lack thereof, or their positionality as I'm brown but I'm also queer, how does that work out? in a Filipino household, the dances really offer how diverse the Philippines is. We are consisted of 7,000 islands, and that means we have a very wide range of cultures. You get a little glimpse of that diversity attending a PACN.
Hip-hop dance mixed with Filipino folk dance is a way that millennials involve old family traditions with their new American traditions. It becomes a form of third space because it is a mixture of both cultures. It gets the millennial generation more involved with their culture, especially for the ones who were born in America.
Filipino traditional dances with today's latest hip-hop moves. The result, a unique Filipino dance movement that draws thousands of youths in Tampa, Florida, who otherwise have lost touch with their Filipino roots.
Revolution is all about giving a space for Filipinos and Filipino Americans to come together and celebrate their heritage. A lot of people don't know about their Filipino heritage, especially us who were born here. So this gives us a chance to show our passion for dance and unity.
Revolutions is really cool because it incorporates dance culture and also incorporating a cultural set in it. So it lets us know different styles of modern hip-hop dance along with cultural traditional dances.
Now on its 10th year, organizers say Revolution has grown to include even non-Filipino dancers who get to learn Pinoy dances in the most unusual way.
How do you have those difficult talks? Like for your first year, it was about a queer Filipino woman. Like, I don't think we'd be able to talk about it because it's a very taboo kind of thing.
That's why I emphasize like Cal Poly Pomona, because other schools are like very surface when it comes to their scripts. One play was like, oh, should I have a debut, which is like a quinceañera for Filipinos when they turn 18? Or should I not? But like my mom wants me to have one, but I don't want to have one. And then they end up having one because they find out like, oh, the importance of Filipino culture. And to me, it's just very surface.
Yeah.
But it wasn't well accepted within our community. People dropped because they didn't want, you know, to represent gay people.
Yeah.
But that's what I love. Like, I love pushing the boundaries like that because it's not like these people don't exist.
Yeah.
Their lives still matter, and they deserve the representation as well.